Back now with that new video of a road rage incident. You see that motorcyclist right there going right into the back of a car. ABC Gio Benitez here with the story. Hey, Gio.
Hey, George, good morning. This is truly a tale of the tape here. Two videos going viral right now highlighting the dangers of road rage in a really unique way from two different camera angles. Take a look. This is the view from a motorcyclist's helmet as he drives on a highway in Olympia, Washington. Watch, an Acura zooms around him, coming dangerously close, then speeds off. The motorcyclist seems to get angry and speeds up to catch up to him. Then the Acura driver slams on his brakes and the motorcyclist hits the back of the car. Here's another angle. A camera on a nearby tow truck captures the rest. You can see the motorcyclist right there on the car's trunk as the driver takes off. We showed the video to Lieutenant Victor Jeswell of the New York State Troopers.
What do you think when you see that video?
It takes two to tango. Rather than getting involved, just slow down, reduce speed, and avoid that person completely.
And watch, after the accident, it appears the two get into some kind of argument right there on the highway. Police say the driver of the Acura had been drinking, charging him with DUI and driving with a suspended license. But Washington State Police say the motorcyclist was clearly riding recklessly, which also contributed to the accident.
When you're out on the road, you really have to have the right frame of mind, and you can't be aggressive, and aggressive driving causes accidents like this.
Incredibly, even with that collision, neither driver was seriously hurt. So what if you're just driving by, perhaps with your family, seeing all of this happen? Well, police tell us even if you want to help, if there's an argument going on like that, just don't get involved. Don't approach them. You don't want to get hurt yourself. Just call police to get help out there right away, George.
That makes a lot of sense, Gio. Okay, thanks very much. Let's talk to Dan Abrams about this right now. Okay, do the same thing that we just saw that trooper do. Look at those two videos. What do they tell you?
Well, they tell me that both parties are at fault. And, you know, this is a lawsuit waiting to happen. But in the state of Washington, like many states, you've got comparative fault, right? And that means that, yes, you can still sue even if you're at fault. In some states, if you're at fault, you can't sue. Even if you're not 100% at fault, even if you're 50% at fault, you're not going to win a lawsuit. In the state of Washington, you can win a lawsuit like that. But what's going to happen is a jury's going to decide what percentage at fault were you.
But how do they do that?
Well, that's exactly what juries do all the time in cases like this. They basically look at those videos, they compare them, and they say, well, wait a second, this guy never should have chased him, right? And they talk about the first, well, he was DUI, et cetera. And then they sit there and they literally balance it. And that can determine how much damages someone can get. The problem is, according to the motorcyclist, he's made public statements that the other guy, he says, didn't have insurance, and as a result, no lawyer will take his case. He says he still owes money for the motorcycle. And so there's a real question now about whether he's going to sue at all. Because he is at fault, it does make it hard.
So even if he has a case, the lawyers won't take it because
that's what he says. I don't know if that's true. You know, that's what he's claiming. But, you know, look, a lawyer still might take this case, still might try and make a point, particularly in a high-profile case. But it really is interesting the way juries can start evaluating what percentage each party was at fault.
So is it a good case?
Yeah, I think it would be a decent case. I mean, not because he would win a lot, because he was partially at fault, but when you've got a state where you can still get it, even if you were 70% at fault, you can still get 30% of the damages. That's that's still a case in something like this where there was injuries. But again, because he wasn't that injured, that's important too with regard to damages, right? Because it now seems he survived, he just had some bruises, etc. So then the question is, well, how damaged was he? He would say, my motorcycle.
Is it time to walk away?
Exactly.
Okay, Dan Abrams, thanks very much.